Just kidding. Everything went all right. The camera died, so I had to move the truck up there into that ravine, drive the backhoe up there so that we could actually get it high enough to put it in. So basically backed into right here, and that gave us just enough room. The truck is just wide enough with the box that the cab would fit. I don't know how high we are, but I hope it's not a problem. Definitely looks a little sketchy, doesn't it? But she's all strapped down, ready to go. Got the truck as good as we can get. That engine light came back on, so I guess needs an O2 sensor, but got insurance on it. Everything's strapped down. So we're headed out here as soon as we get done with breakfast and say bye to everybody. But we're gonna be headed to Moab. Check that out first and see maybe I think there's 2 Grand National Parks down there. I'd like to check a couple of those out, and then it'll be a good time. But yeah, we're gonna eat breakfast and hit the road. So I think we got 8 hours or so to Moab, and then Frosty, say hi, Frosty. The old mutt, ranch mutt. All right, we'll see you guys on the road. Just checking straps, everything's riding okay. It kind of moved a little there in the beginning, but don't look too bad. So we'll hit the road again. Well, we made it to Tooele. So I'm gonna switch drivers. And beautiful day out. Everything's riding pretty decent. It's slowly inching itself back, and I was a little worried about this, but just be a little battle scar. It's got plenty, so thankfully no issues. Well, it's 10:30 and we finally made it to Moab. We're staying here at the Adventure Inn. Everything rode pretty decent. We got a little here a little later than I thought, but it's gonna be fun. Truck's running good, no issues so far. I think, well, one thing is, whoever mounted these airbags, they spaced them way up, so it's almost like riding on a bump stop. And I think they leak a little bit, so when I get home, I'm gonna have to adjust that. But anyways, yeah, so far so good. Haven't lost anything. And yeah, we were supposed to stay the Inca Inn, but apparently they're connected here, overbooked, and it's been a process, but thankfully they were quite accommodating. Gonna try to get some sleep and check everything out tomorrow. We have a couple plans, but you never know. We're gonna get some sleep, and we'll see you guys in the morning. I don't know where we're gonna make it to tonight, but we're definitely gonna take some time and check this place out. It's really neat, so check out God's creation. Just beauty. Well, we're cruising here through the Colorado, headed toward Denver, but for some reason these straps keep popping off. Rocks a lot back and forth, so I moved the straps to the front of the cab, front of the flatbed, really hoping that's going to take care of it, but yeah, kind of challenging when you're riding so rough and bouncing and airbags won't hold air, so guess we'll do what we can. Filled these up just out of Moab, and it's like they keep going flat, so there's no air in there right now. We're a ways from anywhere to get some, and it just acts like a bump stop. There's way too many spacers there. Just frustrating, but I have to deal with it, so. Wish I knew where it was leaking, I don't know. But that's what's happening, everybody. We made it to the other side of Denver. Yeah. Supposedly they make all kinds of money from selling pot and the tax and stuff, and it's such a great idea, but if that's the case, they really need to spend some of it on their roads, because these are the worst roads I've driven on. Anyways, yeah, we're getting there. I'm gonna have to do something about these airbags though. Just getting out of hand. See our first casualty of the day. With these spacers on here, we snapped the bracket. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to get those off, I guess. Not good. Not good. That makes sense why it's banging so bad. Twisted that pretty good. Say cheese pizza. What does Grandma got? Grandma got a yucky artichoke pizza.
Why do you want?
Mine looks good. Well, we're driving through the Nebraska plains here. We got regular Grandma, who's going to give us some of her best spiritual advice over many years of life and wisdom here. So, there we go. Don't be shy, regular Grandma.
You'll have to edit your video because I really don't have too much.
Tell us something you wish you had learned sooner in your life living.
2 hours later. One eternity later.
I guess I wish I would have learned how important it was to know Christ and what God's purpose was for me to be on this earth, not just living and doing my own thing, and taking seriously what elders would share in my younger years.
So as an elder now, what would you share with the younger generation?
Listen to your parents and find godly friends.
Uh-oh. It's the police. They coming for us?
No, it didn't look like it.
So how do you feel that obeying your parents and having better friends would have affected your life at this point?
It's really pretty deal over not talking. How do you feel having better friends and obeying your parents would have affected your life at this point?
Well, I think better friends would have possibly led me into a different way of living growing up. Not that I really did a lot of unruly or bad things, but...
Did you know any good Christian people growing up?
There was never really anyone that shared their faith growing up, if they were Christians. So, no, I can't say that I...
So you were oblivious to true relationship with Christ all through your younger days, because nobody shared their faith. as a young person that may be watching this that is a Christian, what would you tell them?
To share their faith, because their classmates and those around them may not hear it until later in life, when they could have heard it early in life.
So someone may be the only influence in a godly way in a person's life at this point, huh?
Yes.
Does that sum up the information that you have?
At this time.
Well, good morning, folks. We made it last night to Sterling, Colorado, I guess, which there's like a huge prison facility right over there. Anyways, taking off the airbags took a little longer than I thought. The other side was broken. But at least now, yeah, had to break off like all the bolts. This side was on there really tight, and the truck was already trying to drop. It was sitting on them. So they just won't hold air. So that's, yeah, I'm glad in a way that they broke off, because it rides so much better now, but not being able to keep air in them. So anyways, here we are. Definitely a little behind schedule. It took like an hour and a half to get those stupid things off. Had to break off about every bolt. But we're headed out here soon on our way back to Wisconsin. Yeah, I'll give you an update along the way, but feeling the trip right now. Had a good night's sleep, but it's not all there. Anyway, moving on. Well, guys, we made it to Presho. Hopefully this is our last gas stop before we get home. Just topping off the truck, gonna switch. I'm gonna start driving, but it's a really nice day. I've really been blessed with the weather this trip. There's been times where it hasn't been the case, but I'm happy with this trip. Thing's riding pretty good. I adjust this strap because that thing's vibrating like crazy. There's regular grandma coming out from going potty. Say hi, regular grandma.
Hi.
Well, grandma, this has been our last $112. You think we'll make it home?
Sure hope so.
Well, y'all, we made it back last night. It was a long trip, but it was a good time. Thankfully, everything stayed on, and we were able to get here at a decent time. We went to church this morning, but definitely got a good nap in this afternoon. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna put this cab down by the shop, and I'm gonna let the bugs get rained off the back. Maybe there's a ton of bugs on the back of this thing. So we're thankful to be back, and it's going to be a fun ride getting this thing all prepped and ready to go on that chassis. I am tired, so I'm just going to get the truck taken down to the shop right now and clean out a few more things. But I am tired, so you guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This is part 3, I guess, of the series, and this is going to end the Nevada trip. So really thankful for being able to go out there and do that. The Lord blessed us, and in spite of some trials and difficulties, we were able to get her done, and hopefully with His grace we'll continue on with the project. So you guys have a good night.